Hello. Okay. Ah, ah. Speaker, speaker, speaker.
Hello?
Hello. Yeah, I hear that. Go to the.
Hello?
Yeah, I hear you.
Select the speaker. Select the speaker. I've got black hole 16 channel. So, uh-oh. So you can still hear me though?
Yep, perfect.
Huh. Yeah, I'm not hearing you at all. So I'm not getting any input.
Yeah, change it. Change the. Let's see. Hello.
Still hear me?
Yep, I hear you.
Hello? Hello? I think I
Yep.
hear you now. Yeah, I
You hear
hear you
me?
now. Yeah.
Oh, nice. What happened?
Um, I think. Well, I switched it over to my audio interface now, so now it's coming
Okay.
through. I don't know if it's going to record my stuff. Hopefully, I was trying to find logic in here. How you doing?
Oh man, I've been so busy.
I
Yeah, I'm
bet.
okay though.
Do you work
How?
from home?
No, not anymore. I mean, I kind of I can work from home, but they make us come to the office every day.
Oh,
They check our badges to make sure we're actually doing it, even though. So anyway, yeah, they kind of that's what's going on there. So yeah, I was working from home half the time, but in June we went back.
uh huh.
But I like this. Hey, I really like your. I really enjoyed uh, laying down the guitar. I wish I could do this a lot more. Um,
Yeah, is my screen coming up on there?
yep, I see it. I see the
Logic.
logic. Yep,
Okay. Did you hear
yep,
that?
yep.
All right. See,
I'm interested.
I went through hell to get this thing to work because about a month ago, it was I had to hook up this black hole and all this other stuff. So it and you know and then I took this class and it to have a collaborator. I had a person come in before and we did a YouTube thing and I just recorded everything I was doing here. But now, I mean, you know, it's a lot. Here's all my stuff. I don't know if you can see it back here. I've got my multiple keyboards on a couple.
Oh
There's
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, I see it.
there's I've got a lower one and an upper one, but I just put in this stuff. I just bought a new 61 contact, and then I had to put this other little keyboard underneath it because so now I've got my speakers in front of me and my system here, but I've got another system over there in the corner, and then my mixer's over here in the. I got a mixer over here in the corner, so I do all that stuff. Then I got my speakers all the way down the hallway, about
Oh
30
cool.
foot down the hallway, and I bought a cage. It's a chin up cage, and I'm gonna wrap it in acoustic blankets.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm working my ass off trying to. It's ridiculous, but
Yeah, it looks
um,
super cool. Really
yeah,
cool.
I was gonna play this thing. I'll play this song. What I ought to do is put. Let me. I need to. I guess give you the lyrics. I could give them to you later. I don't. You may be able to.
Sure.
It'd probably be easier to. I'm not sure. Let's see if I've got them on my notes. If I've got them on my notes, that would just show up here on the desktop. Let's see. That would be notes. Sometimes this does. It doesn't. Where's notes? Notes. Photos. Pages. Numbers. Keynote. I don't know if it'd be. It's normally just in notes. Yeah, this thing's a pain in the ass. It doesn't like to. Um,
Oh.
let's see if I've got it on. That's the one thing. Notes. They show up on iPad. It's a different program. Um, let's see. Where's my? Oh, here's my. What I'll do is just. So how's Mark been doing? I haven't talked to him since. Oh God, I think I don't know, a couple months.
Oh wow. Well, they're doing okay. Debbie and he are in the process of moving. They just sold their house.
Really? Where are
Yeah.
we going to?
Well, they're. I'm not. They're building a house, but it's not ready yet. So they're going to build a house uh, in near a place called Centerville,
I think
and
that's where the family came from, kind of originally. Here's. That's not it. That's not my lyrics. It's down here. I'm real. This is it. The new one. I don't know if I can spread that out anymore. Can you see that?
no, I don't see it. All I see is Logic.
Oh, that's still all. It's not picking up. Let's see if I can pick up the desktop. Okay. How about the desktop? Can you see it now?
I see notes. Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I saw notes there.
Okay. That's the lyrics are. I just barely wrote them for this thing today. I mean, I'm scrambling, and there was a woman. She was in my class and stuff, and then she reneged on it. She was supposed to meet me over the weekend. You know, she sings and does voiceovers in Nashville, and she wouldn't get back to me tonight. So I thought, God, I need, I need to get a musician. And
Oh,
I think you blow away
yeah.
all the musicians in our whole class, and
Oh,
there's thousands in there. So uh, there's
yeah,
some
right.
good singers, though. I mean, there's a lot of good
Yeah.
singers in there.
Yeah,
Um,
that's one thing. Yeah, that's one thing.
that's what's
I
killing.
don't do very much.
Yeah, I mean, I had a jazz guy, and I tried to get him, and he wouldn't. He plays so much. He plays every night. He did 7 albums last year. He's really, really good. I've known him
Cool.
since I was 14, but he doesn't sing a note. You could probably not squeeze a note of music out of his mouth, with a ringer.
Yeah, Helen and I sing a little bit, but we haven't done it. Haven't done it lately. We were singing in our choir at the church for the last nearly 10 years before
Wow.
COVID set us out, and
Yeah,
so we
I was in a church choir for 6 years, Baptist church choir, and
yeah. It's a great way to learn to sing. For us, I mean, I would sing tenor part, though I don't have the full range of an actual tenor. I can only
I
do
was a tenor
baritone.
too, but now I'm more of a baritone, but because
Hmm.
I hit about A below middle C
Uh-huh.
now, so that I used to be quite a bit higher, and
I
I don't
could
know.
go. Yeah, I could almost get. I think E flat above middle C was the highest I could do.
Let's see if you can hear this. I will.
Sure.
Okay, I'll go back. Do I have the right song in here? Yeah, I think it's the bottom one here. And I've got, let's see, got this bass. All I did was do a bass line, and I did a vocal, because I did all these other vocal tracks, and a lot of them were just, you start off just doing gibberish, but here's what I've come up with. So
Cool.
here we
Yes,
go.
that's cool.
Um,
I I hear it too.
Seeing some mirage. Is that all it really was? Got a thing full of blast on. Get away, I'm so fucking lost. Know it's time to sit a while. Hey, can you spare a smile? Can you spare a smile? Can you spare a smile? Back away, back in the grind. Black space, jacking up my mind, yeah. All we need is a space ride. Oh, I wanna be on a space ride. All I see are stars in a funny car. Yeah, a little smoky John flying up to Mars. All I see is red, a planet in my head. Regal briefs in bed, riding Liza said, oh, how to get away, oh, get away. Wanna get away, but not as a stowaway. All we really need is a space ride. Yeah, feel my inner need on a space ride. Whoa. So they had space odyssey in a travel agency. Oh, what do you got? How about a space ride? My copilot, she's looking high, so high, like a Bezos on top in your shopping cart. Me and her on Mars, Venus, she's a superstar. Gotta get away, oh get away, yeah. We need to get away, oh yeah, find a way. Feel our enemy on a space ride. Yeah, that's all we need. Is a space ride. Oh yeah, that's all we need. I gotta do some ad libs to it. Is a space ride. So I gotta make this into a decent song. This is my bones, you know.
Yeah,
I usually don't start with a bass like that. So
yeah, I was gonna say that's the that it seems like it'd be hard to sing along to me. It's almost like I would want to have the chords, like the
yeah.
keys, you know,
Really?
to because with the it's hard for me. I can kind of guess in my mind. I can hear what the chord changes are, sort of. At least what I think they should be, but they could be something completely. You could be thinking of something completely different than me, you know.
Yeah, the first song we did like 15 days ago, we did, and he did chords, and he's got a contact keyboard like this, and so I went and bought one because it ties into contact all the knobs and everything, you know. And this thing I kind of did it in A flat, then B flat, F. So I guess that is probably
Yeah, it's like F minor.
yeah, F minor. At first I wasn't gonna stick with that, but I kind of stuck with it. Beethoven did some kind of famous song in F minor. I thought, well, if he can do
You know more about Beethoven than I do.
it, I saw it on Wikipedia, you know. I thought, oh man, that'd make me sound smart.
Yeah, you know what I'd like.
Is F a good chord for like you?
It doesn't matter. That's a nice thing about guitar. That's a nice thing about guitar. You just shift your fingers up and down.
Oh, okay. Okay, like the frets, or you can or
Yeah,
the capone thing can change your
yeah, you can
pitch.
just. What is that? You know what that is? After midnight, we're gonna let it all hang
Oh
out.
yeah, 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 yeah. I did play that about a year ago. I found the chords. I've got that site where you can just I pay like 10, $15 a month and you can get the chords for anything. It's G tabbed.
Okay.
And so if I got to pick up something quick, I do that because I picked up Clapton's Layla,
Uh-huh.
and I had that. But my other keyboard's been in the shop since December.
Mhm.
China, I think, is cutting off the rubber parts that go underneath the keys sunk on it. And so I
Uh-huh.
can't get it back. So I bought another machine. Well, they changed all the knobs on this new Nautilus, and it doesn't have karma like the old Chronos. So I'm like, you got to be kidding me, you know? So I mean, I've got this other little 61 that's sitting on top, so I can play around with that. But it
Uh-huh.
kind of threw me a curve. It almost made me want to just quit. But I've got so much time invested in Chronos. It basically it's a computer. You know, it's
Uh-huh.
got a mixer inside of it. It's got a sequencer. It's and I've been trying to learn how to play it for 4 years now, and I'm like going lame. You know, but
I'm glad I did.
I'm
I never
getting
got
it.
into that.
Yeah, I mean, it's so complicated, but all this other stuff, I've learned how to do everything now in the last 3 months with Logic, and I'm kind of,
Yeah.
the only thing is this class I'm taking, he's teaching in Pro Tools, and the other guy did that too. And I
Uh,
did Pro Tools 4 years ago, and my
mhm.
hands were just going crazy. I couldn't get the zoom functions to work right. I just had a mouse. So I think
Oh yeah.
I didn't learn the command keys enough. Like Logic has, I don't know, I got 80, 90, and you can even assign your own keys to, you get inside there and you can assign your own strokes to whatever you want to.
Yeah.
So I'm learning, I probably watch about 15 tutorials a day on
Oh
Logic.
gee. See, I don't
It's
have
just,
enough time to do it.
I
I
know it's
can't.
ridiculous.
I
And same with
those.
Zoom
Yeah.
and all this other crap, and this new computer came in,
Yeah.
and I got it going in 2 days, but it was ridiculous. It's like, if I didn't know all this other stuff, I wouldn't know how to, it didn't quite sync up as easy as they thought. And then the sustain pedal wouldn't work. Well, I updated Logic today. And now the sustain pedal started working. I'm like, you got to be kidding. Apple is such, I don't know, they kind of screwed up the Chronos because they wouldn't update the Korg editor that has all the data banks of all the sounds. Well, then you can get inside your Korg and change your data banks to match up and stuff. Well, now I can't get in there and do that unless you got an old system. You know, I guess maybe they're keeping China out with their programming, or because they won't give certain apps now, and because they have a lot of people write apps that are from China. So I don't know
Oh yeah.
if that's an issue or their security thing, because they had that big thing where they wouldn't even let the FBI in there to break into something.
Hmm. Hmm.
Because then it kind of degrades their product if you think, well, I get in there and they can just hack me to death.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. But that I like Pro Tools. I just for getting in and record, just getting ideas out because I'll get things in my head every now and then, and I can't remember any of them later on. So I try to record it.
I've got a
Maybe
ton of
one day.
stuff in there now. It's like, I got about 5 different 5 terabyte drives for all this stuff, and just plunking it in there, and hundreds of songs. I write lyrics all the time, but now I'm kind of,
Nice.
all this tutorial stuff is kind of kicking me around. But I need to get my
Well,
voice better, wrapped around a more, uh, you know, there's just kind of acceptable pitches.
hmm.
You get off just a little bit, and
Hmm.
it's just it won't fit. So this thing
Yep.
here, I don't know where I'm going with this. This was off the wall. But I like the Spaceride thing. All this every billionaire around is trying to get to Mars. So I thought,
Hmm.
well,
Yeah. Well, I've kind of got, yeah. I think that I kind of I could. I didn't see all the lyrics, but I could get that it was related to that.
Yeah, I
That's
figured,
pretty
well, I'll
cool.
just go with something like that, you know.
Uh-huh.
A
You know
lot of,
what? You know what's interesting? I've started to. Well, a few years ago, I had to travel to California. Uh, there was a few months where I was going there for a week, and then I'd come home for a week, and then I'd have to go back. I really hate. We really didn't like it too much, but well, I had to do it. And when I'd come back to Austin. I'd usually go there on a either. I usually go there on a Monday morning, and then I'd come back on Friday night. All right, I actually leave San Jose around. Uh, I tried to leave around 3 in the afternoon, and then you get back to Austin around midnight. And getting back into the Austin airport, the Austin airport's kind of cool. I mean, if you know, it's better than some other airports, I guess. That they're always playing kind of Texas kind of country western music, and it's kind of a cool sensation because it's a fairly new airport. It's kind of nice and has really tall ceilings and big windows and stuff. But I get in there at midnight and on a Friday, and there'd basically be nobody there. The whole thing was practically shut down. All the lights were off and everything, and they'd be playing this kind of cool this country music. And so that started to be kind of like the music I'd associate with getting home from traveling for work. And so I kind of thought that kind of music started to grow on me a little bit, and it's kind of classic country, not some of the newer like in Nashville country, but more kind of traditional style, I guess. But not really old sounding either. Maybe it was kind of a mix of Americana and country. But anyway, okay, so last night, so Helen and I uh, go frequently to these Austin City Limits tapings. That they, I don't know if you've ever seen that on television, but we were able to go last night and see a guy named Charlie Crockett. Have you heard of him?
no, no.
Okay. Well,
Charlie Crockett.
yeah, he's pretty cool. You should check him out. Um, he's a real country guy and really kind of interesting character, but it was really cool because have you heard of John Batiste?
Batiste, that sounds familiar.
He's the music lead for Stephen Colbert show.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. Yeah,
he,
yeah, yeah.
he's a pianist. He's a keyboard player. Anyway,
Oh,
we saw.
I have DNA with Stephen Colbert.
Really
Yeah, I matched
cool.
DNA with him. I also matched with Harry Connick Jr. on my mother's side, and he's Catholic,
Cool.
but well, he's part
Huh?
German and Irish and all this other stuff. And it kind of blew me away. But I mean, he is so prolific, you know, with piano and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyway, we saw John Batiste last week. He came for a taping, and that was pretty cool.
Wow. Now,
He's
you used
incredible.
to play. Did you used to play live in Austin or
No,
Dallas or?
no, I never played live in Austin, but when I was a kid uh, in high school, I was in a band and we would play around the kind of Houston area, but uh, that
What
was
was
a
the
real
name of your band?
small gig. It was called August Dream. Uh,
August Dream.
yeah, I may even have some kind of crappy recordings of that I could send you if you're curious, but that was a long time ago. I'm not terribly proud of them or anything, but yeah, but
I
yeah.
sat in a few places here and there, some bars, and you know, people told me, "Oh man, you're really playing good," you know, and I don't even remember playing.
Yeah, yeah, I was about 16 years old when I did that, so that's been a long time ago.
uh,
And we were in bars too, and so that was pretty
uh,
weird. That seemed weird,
yeah.
uh, being in those places when I was so young. now now I haven't, but since I graduated from high school, I didn't really do anything. I've just been too busy
I
with
started
other
off at a
stuff.
restaurant like when I was 15, and they had a bar there. The guy that owned it, he was the bartender, and then his wife, they owned it, and so then all his kids worked there, and then I ended up kind of just joining their family, but.
Cool.
I didn't have a driver's license yet, you know, and he gave me his car, and I went and picked up supplies, you know, and But that's back when gas was about $1 a gallon, you
Oh
know.
yeah, I remember that.
Even less than that. I think it was like 15, 20 cents. I mean, we could go out on $1 and get 5 gallons, you know? I mean,
Okay.
it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Those are
Yeah.
good old days. I don't think we'll ever see that again.
Yeah. Probably not. So I think on this one, I think that's a cool idea. I would try to add some. I would add some uh, uh, keys or synth or something to go
Oh,
along
yeah.
with that bass line.
Right, right.
And
I think, I,
I would also, hey, the other thing I might do is add a little more space between the vocals. Like if you can you zoom out on the Logic view.
let's see here. Yeah. Let's see. The little button ought to be over here.
Here's the deal. I haven't figured out how to do this kind of thing either. I just got one of these Magic Trackpad, um,
Yeah.
and I'm still trying to figure out how to
Oh, they're paying that.
do
You can
this stuff.
slide across and stuff like that. Okay, here's like on audio. Uh, that's. I think that was. I don't know. Yeah, that's.
I
Okay.
was just thinking if you zoom to look at the whole thing, I think
Uh,
if I mean this is just what I would do. I would look for some places to put in some like keyboard um, codas or something. Just some just listen to some of the instruments a little. But then again, that's because I play an instrument.
yeah, I mean, this is just one track for the vocals. I mean, you can throw it down on down in here on the like the piano roll, and so then like you can find your transits and try to um,
Okay.
stretch, try to get in there and probably move this over. Like if something's not, you can actually go in and edit and have it moved over and quantize it and all that stuff. But I mean, this is just the real rough idea. This was just trying to get the lyrics and get it to a bass. And I was like, I mean, normally I'm going in there and doing all kinds of stuff with like um yeah, I think you're right on getting some space there so I can. But I had all kinds of tracks up here that I was adding editing, like ad libs, like if you're going in, yeah, yeah, well, and adding all that stuff. Um, but a lot of times with the loops, I can just go in and add, I could just add like anything here and just drop it into
Whoa. Hmm. How does
a
that
loop.
work? Yeah, I'm this.
So,
This is all new to me.
um, like if you're like on the loops here, when you go up there on that, you grab a loop and you just drag it over and like this Congo. So then it goes into an audio track. So then if you let's see if I don't know if it's lit or not. You don't have to put an input to it, so it'll play. Jesus super, Jesus, Jesus. It's jumping up. I must have a line hit somewhere. Sometimes if you have a small little, if I have a auto punch in or one little line in there, it's jumping on the. Let's see here. You mouse.
Oh, that's
See,
cool.
see where the. So then you could like if you wanted to put 4 or 5 of those in there, and your verse was this long, you can go up here and put your markers in for your like if, for your verse, and so then say you punch in verse 1 and say if you wanted to make this long, you could, you can if you option and just go over. Let's see if it'll. Let's see if you hit the option button and drag it over and drop it, then that usually copies it, but it's not being very friendly. Let's see if
If you do that, if you put your finger there
yeah, I tried to click.
on the right end of that, it'll turn into a little loop symbol, and then I think you drag it. Let's see,
Okay.
like
Yes.
let's see.
Yeah, you can drag them out that way.
Is that how
So
you do it?
then, say if you wanted those, that's how I make a lot of songs and add stuff in. Like you want more energy around the second chorus. The chorus that you add hi-hats.
That's cool.
Keep kind of building. Then if you want to go in and automate something, you hit that automate button. And if you stretch this out a little bit, there's a line in the middle there. This little line here. That line here, so it's automated to volume. So if I wanted to raise, say I put some dots on that line, and what I do is just kind of raise it a little bit, any spot, or I can, raise the whole line, or, if there's one area I want to raise, put a couple dots and make point it upwards. And you can do that with the different stuff in there, like the volume and delay and different. You can actually even do it if you latch it instead of read. If you put latch in, then you could actually move the knobs up and down yourself, and then they would emulate that. But
on your keyboard,
yeah, like over here, if you put it on latch, and then it's going to match the knob that you're playing. So if you've got your hand on the knob and you're the fader or whatever, and you're moving it up and down, it would, emulate that. And so it'd go up and down. Because after you change this in there, when you play the song back, it's going to move this knob up and down with the volume.
Oh, nice. Okay, I get it.
So that's how you automate stuff. So if you've got something too low, you can bring it up a little bit, or, they also have flex pitch in there to where you can go in and adjust values with the flex pitch, but that's a little more complicated, where you have to go down into here with flex pitch and jack around with all that stuff. So I'm just learning that stuff, so that's kind of new. And a lot of people like Melodyne. I think it costs $600 for Melodyne, and about $400 for the. They start out. They've got you a starter one at $100, but everything you look at costs so much money,
Yeah, I know these these Mac computers and everything.
Really, it's like, oh my god, I can't believe I even got into music. It's like, but some of these, I got 100 tracks on here after I get done. That pirate song I did, I probably had 100 tracks on there,
cool.
But I need to get the vocals a lot better. And he got in there with some pro in there, and they tore into a song, and I had to watch like 4 hours of video the other night, But he is so good at chopping the lyrics up and chopping a piece out and throwing it in. He'll do, maybe eight tracks of just, and the guy just kept singing over and over, and he'd take a chunk out and put it down there and save the best chunks. By the time he was done, it was a Grammy production,
Well, that's
he's
pretty
a Grammy
cool.
He's a Grammy producer anyway.
Cool.
He doesn't really perform himself like Ryan Tedder. Like, he's the actual 100% guy. I mean, he does everything. That One Republic, but Louis Bell's had a lot of hits, a lot of stuff with Post Malone. And so what I did, I looked at a lot of his songs and his structures of how to do stuff, but it's really hard to mix stuff. I've only got about 3 months under my belt working with Logic.
Yeah, well, hey, it's just getting started. That's the beginning,
Yeah, at
give
least
it time.
I'm learning. At least I got this keyboard to work. Plus I got Zoom to work. I mean, this is an old dog learning new tricks,
Yeah. Oh, I know, man. This stuff can be a nightmare. Yeah. Well, hey, I have to get up for work in the morning. I'm probably gonna have to go, but I would love to check out what you do with this. So let me know. And
once I get done, I'll give you the final thing. I'm gonna have to. I'll turn this thing in. I mean, that song we did together, that X on the door, that I can't believe the guitar that you were playing on there.
That was cool. Yeah, that was fun. That was I didn't, that was just what came first. I never really advanced beyond blues, pentatonic, and rock stuff. I've always kind of wanted to, but never quite committed. myself to studying music theory and jazz enough, but
It
that's really what I enjoy listening to.
is the pentatonic is that's the scale that they use a lot for everything, isn't it? For
Yeah,
there's only so many notes in there, and so you use those all. That's how.
yeah.
If I go into a key, I can go. Actually, this keyboard won't let you. Like when you get into down into the MIDI, it won't let you write in notes that are not in that in the when you set up your because you set up the key up there up top when you're setting up your tempo. So if it down in MIDI, it won't let like you do something in MIDI, it won't let you put in notes that are outside that scale that you started with. Like if you put it in C
Hmm.
minor or F minor,
Oh,
and
okay.
but you can go down here in this like where we put that loop in, and it'll if you select one of these keys here, and when you put that loop in, it'll put it in the
Oh,
key
that's
that you
just cute.
select. Plus the
Cool.
tempo will be matched to the tempo that you had.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, well, yeah, I would really like. I could start playing for hours. Well, hey, let's check in again and let's
All
check in
right.
again and do that's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
That's really
write
cool.
one online or something, in person now. And I've kind of figured this out a little bit, but
Yeah.
I hadn't messed with it for a couple months. I got it to work tonight, and I thought I could get a hold of that gal. And she told me, well, I'm going to be gone over the weekend. That's when all this stuff's due. And I thought, well, maybe I could do it
Oh man.
tonight. I'm like,
Okay.
Jesus.
Well, what? Yeah, yeah. Did I? I don't know if I answered or gave you what you needed.
Oh
Or is there
yeah, I
anything
mean,
else? Okay.
this is just a preliminary. I mean, I still got to do. I got 12, 13 days to get this song done. This was just the
Yeah.
start. Talk with a collaborate with a musician and see where we're at. And
Yeah. Cool.
obviously there's going to be a lot of verse work. I'm going to have to go in and just do a ton of work on the verses and a ton of work on the choruses and try to get this in shape here. Plus ad libbing, adding yas and anything I
Yeah.
can find. But
Sweet.
I'm game. I've come this far. I'm not running
Yeah.
back.
No, no, no. It looks good. It's really cool. It's really cool.
Hey,
Let me
thanks a
know.
lot.
No problem. Hey,
Tell
have a good night. Yeah.
all righty. Tell everybody I said love.
Yeah. Sure will. Sure will. Have you ever met my Helen?
Not in person, no.
Okay.
My
We'll
own
have to.
cousin.
Yeah, I know. I know. I have to get. She's in the other room.
uh,
I'll have to. I'll have to. I'll have to. Well, I'll have to get together, meet up sometime next time you're around these parts or we're up there.
yeah, really.
We, you're in Springfield, Illinois. Is that right? Or,
Yeah, I'm the
okay.
only. I'm the last of the Mohicans from the Texas clan.
Is that
Um,
the so? Is that the birthplace of Lincoln or no?
yeah. I don't know if he was born in Kentucky and then
Okay.
moved to Illinois. His dad
Okay.
was in the military. He didn't like his dad, and his mom died of some milk poisoning.
Uh,
And his dad remarried, and he got along with her really well, and that's the only thing that kept him going because he couldn't stand his dad.
oh yeah.
But that's the way it goes
Interesting.
sometimes.
Cool. All right. Well, hey, it's nice talking to you, and
Alrighty,
I'll listen to your music, and hope I get to do it again. Now that we
sounds.
figured out how to make it work,
Aha.
and you know what I want to do next time? I need to figure out how to get my guitar um, plugged in here so that it. Tell me if you can hear this real quick.
Yeah. Oh, it's plenty loud. Oh yeah. Is that through Logic, or is that coming through the just through your microphone? Is that through Logic or through the computer?
Okay, that's through. Let me show you. It's my audio interface, but it's
Uh-huh.
also the what, let's see what you. One second. It's this amp modeler and effects processor,
Oh, okay.
and so this guy has like uh, try to show this here. So it has a USB interface, and then it goes
It's
to
like,
my monitors, and
is that
yeah,
Thunderbolt?
it's just USB.
Oh, USB. Okay. Oh, okay. One of those printer USBs. That's what I got my keyboard hooked up with.
Yeah. Yeah. And so that's what you can do. It plugs into to the computer, but it has this nasty habit of every 15 or 20 seconds there's like a buzz sound. You'll be recording and then it'll go zzz.
I got a high Z with the dual jack on it. You know, it's the TRS or the guitar jack. So it just plugs into my audio interface. It's a Steinberg. So
Okay.
then it's through a USB because I was gonna go with Windows. I was getting crapped out because Apple is such a every move you make, they make a new computer. They've got it,
Yeah.
you know, planned obsolescence.
Uh-huh.
Every computer I bought, $2,000-3,000. I had one blow up, and I had to go get another one
Oh,
because I had all my crap. What am I gonna do? You know. So they got me by the. They got
Yeah.
me. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. I just switched over. I've always had PCs before, but I've got sick of my PCs actually because I wanted to have Logic and all this.
Yeah.
Oh man.
They're good with audio and good with video. So it's like, you're damned if you
You
don't
are.
have them almost, you know?
Yeah. You really are. All right, buddy. Well, let's stay in touch
Okay.
and
We'll get back.
let me know.
Okay. Have a good one.
You too. Take care.
All righty.
Bye
Bye.
bye.